what? Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and you can call this baby Freya Goose, or just Goose, or whatever you like. Hi! Welcome back to my channel. She just started staring at me, so I started filming this piece of the vlog, but welcome to another weekend vlog. Hi, hello. This is going to probably be the last weekend vlog of the year, because this week coming up is Christmas, and that means it's the start of my holiday hullabaloo vlog, which is very exciting. So love that. But yeah, last weekend vlog of the year. Oh my god. This weekend is going to be very chill. We had a blizzard come in and absolutely just lock our city down for a second. Although we are a winter city, so you know, we know what to do and we have the infrastructure to deal with stuff. But I think it was Thursday the blizzard came in. Like Wednesday, the freezing rain started, which is never fun. And then that night into Thursday, like we had a good amount of snow and blowing snow. And then it kind of like lessened up a little bit. And then it just hit Thursday night. And then all day yesterday was just really, really, really bad. And I ended up having to reschedule Christmas with my friends to tomorrow, which is totally fine, to Sunday. But it also like canceled my parents' plans for today, because today was going to be, they were going to go drive to see my grandparents, which is like a 4.5 hour drive away. But the highways were all closed and the visibility was zero for a little bit. So they ended up deciding that they're going to just go visit them between Christmas and New Year's instead. And I was going to go look after Bella today, but I've just been home all day now. So that's been nice. It's been kind of just all right, I guess let's just get cozy weekend with the blizzard. It's much better now. I did go out and shovel my entire balcony. There was like 3 feet of snow on most of the balcony. It was so much work. And yesterday I had my first physio appointment for my knees, 2 of them, which is good. Hopefully that starts helping the pain in them, because the chronic pain has been bad for the past couple months. And it's been getting worse, which is never fun. I've had knee problems my entire life since I was in like grade 4. I grew too fast for my knees because I'm 6'1". And when I was in grade 4, my growth plates in my knees were too small. So I would just collapse randomly sometimes if my knees would like give out on the stairs and stuff. And anytime I sat up or sat down or got up, like they would click. From then on, my knees have just been like periodically bad, but I've never had this kind of pain. This is new. It's getting worse. So I went to physio. We're starting to deal with it. Yay. That was yesterday. I walked there because it's 4 minutes from my house in the blizzard, which was fun, but it would have taken longer to go heat my car up and then drive there, you know? So by the time I heated up my car, I would have already been there walking. So I was like, I'll just walk. Anyways, that's the weekend. I would like to read some stuff. I started reading A Feather So Black by Lyra Celine this week. I am 60 some pages in. I also, yes, this is incredibly coffee damaged, because this is from a couple vlogs back. I accidentally kicked my coffee table when I was trying to sit down, and I fucking launched my freshly made coffee all over the coffee table, and it like attacked a stack of books. I think this was the worst hit. I'm still readable. I'm just sad because this was a gift from Julie and I wrecked it, but it's still readable. So I'm reading it, and I tried to save it as much as I could, and I like flattened it under a bunch of books to like make sure that it wasn't like all crinkled and curled and stuff like that. So we did save her. But jeez. Anyways, I'm 60 some pages into this. This is a romantasy. It's pitched in the back, darkly enchanting and beautifully written. The perfect mix of atmospheric fantasy, heart-stopping action, and delicious romance by Thea Guanson. That's what she says in the back. So it sounds good. It's one of Julie's favorites, and I know Books and Lala liked it earlier this year as well, or really enjoyed it. So I'm excited. 60 some pages in. I'm having a bit of an issue with the writing style. It's a little bit like the sentences don't flow nicely together sometimes. Like there's just like a blunt type of sentence structure. They're all the same. I much prefer varied and different things, so I just need to get used to that. But this is very Irish. It has Irish words all over the place. So I'm listening to the audiobook, and that's helping with like pronunciation of stuff. This follows our main character, Fia, who is a changeling. She was left behind by the wicked fair folk when they stole the High Queen's daughter, Iala, and retreated behind the locked gates of the folk realm. Rather than leave Fia an outcast, the queen takes her in and trains her to be a spy. When a hidden gate to the folk realm is discovered, Fia is tasked by the queen to retrieve the princess and break her curse. Accompanying Fia is Prince Rogan, her dearest childhood friend, and Iala's betrothed, and also Fia's love. As they journey through the forests of the folk, Fia's mission is complicated by her feelings for Rogan and an unexpected attraction to the Fey Lord holding Iala captive. So we have a little bit of a love triangle in here. Very interesting. Soon, Fia begins to question the truth of her origins and the reality of her mission, but time is running out to break Iala's curse, and unraveling the secrets of the past might destroy everything Fia has come to love. I'm excited to keep going with this. I also did grab Mie Lee's next book in the Dalagit series. I don't know if this actually has a series, but this is the Dalagit Dream Making District. I had a hankering for something cozy, so I think I'm going to pop this off probably today or tomorrow at some point. Although tomorrow, the majority of the day is going to be spent cleaning and organizing my apartment because my friends are coming over tomorrow, and I'm going to make my punch for everybody. I did make cookies on Thursday night. I went out and went grocery shopping, which was great. I made these cookies because last Saturday, my friend Hannah had a cookbook party, and one of the recipes that was made by one of her friends was these cookies from that cookbook. And these are like an orange essence shortbread with like a specific chocolatey coat. They're so fucking good. Like, we demolished that tin of cookies that Hannah's friend brought, and then I stole the recipe and I made it, and these are so good. They taste amazing, but I didn't have real butter to work with. I just made it with like what butter was in my fridge because I forgot to pick up like real sticks of butter. So next time I make these, I'm gonna make them with real butter, and it's gonna be even better. I like them cold, but I also like them a little warmed up because the more warmed up they get, the more chewy they get. Because when they're cold, they're like crispy and like flaky. Warmer, they're a little bit more chewy. These are fucking divine. So I think these are going to be my new like go-to cookies to make because I just love them so much. And the recipe was very easy. I wouldn't double it because I did double it and it took hours of cooking cookies because I only have one baking sheet. And so it was just like bake for 12 minutes, unload it all, make another batch or make another bunch of dough balls, squash them all, cook for another 12 minutes. Okay, and swap out, you know? So it took me 3 or 4 sheets of cookies to do that. And then I was making the topping and then I was swapping things out. So it was a lot of work for a lot of cookies. I think if I just made a regular batch, because I made a double batch of these because I love these cookies so much. If I had just made one batch, it would have been a lot faster and a lot easier, I think. So for next time, they're so good. That's gonna be the weekend. And I'm also going to be finishing the sailor slippers this weekend. I have to because it's fucking Christmas next week, and I have to felt them because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to dry, especially in my place because my place is a little colder. So we'll see how long it takes them to dry. But finished my mom's 2, like the toe, the top panel and the sole. Finished them both, which is exciting. We love that. So mom's are ready to be sewed and the I-cord put on. I have mine ready to be sewed and the I-cord put on, and then I have one of my dad's done. So long. I made him like the biggest size because I can't quite remember if he's a 12 or a 13 shoe size, so I made him the biggest size possible. It's so large. It's so long, and now I'm currently starting on the second one for him. So once these are all done, I'm hoping to get like as much of it done today as I can. As I'm sitting here, it's only like 20 to 5 in the evening, so I would like to get that done, and then I would like to start sewing these together. And I saw somebody on the internet crocheting them together instead of doing the like weird time-consuming stitching, because people were complaining about how this was like put together, because doing the Kitchener stitch or a mattress stitch, which is like the sewing that they would have to do with this specific yarn, this yarn breaks very easy because it's like a 1-ply, just like fuzzy wool. It breaks very easy, so you'll have to constantly be turning it or it just breaks and whatever. People were annoyed with that, so I was like not looking forward to sewing this together, but crocheting it together, that I can get behind. So that's what we're gonna be doing. That, and then we're gonna felt it together. And I think this is gonna be very exciting and very fun. So Yay! Friends are coming over tomorrow. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do Secret Santa. We're gonna have a little cozy evening. Because we had to reschedule, a couple of the friends can't come now, so we've had to like shuffle around. We haven't like shuffled around Secret Santa, but like one of the friends came today to drop off their Secret Santa gift, and then another friend is like giving it to other people who are coming, and then they'll bring it. So we're having a little bit of a shuffle around with who's gonna be here, but that's okay. I'll make sure that those people get their Secret Santa gifts at some point. Like, I know I'll probably see Taylor before the end of the year again, because I think we're gonna see each other on New Year's. And then Kate, I can just drop off hers at some point if I won't see her. So that's this weekend, my friends. It's the last weekend before Christmas. I cannot believe we're already here. I have no more teaching for the year. I have a couple days left of work, and then I am off from the 24th to the 5th of fucking January, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be great. Anyways, but yeah, welcome to the vlog, my beautiful friends. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be very chill. I'm so excited to finally wrap up the final gift for Christmas for my parents, which is these slippers. I do at some point need to have to go and get boxes from Dollarama to put them in. I don't really have any boxes to put them in here. I'll figure it out, but that's what's happening. We're gonna get this last stretch of knitting done so that I can get back to knitting my projects, like my scarf, and then I can start my sweater that I've had the yarn for sitting in my storage room for so long. But gift knits take precedence in December. So anyways, welcome to the vlog. Let's get this shit started. Hello friends, happy Sunday. I am here. I'm just about to like finish tidying, or properly tidy my place, I guess. I was like, oh, I'm almost done. And then I looked back at my place just now and I was like, no, I'm not. I gotta tidy, and I gotta vacuum, and then I gotta wash my hair, get myself ready for my friends coming over later. It is almost 2:30, so I should be done by 3, and then in the shower and all that kind of stuff. I finished cleaning my kitchen, which is the biggest project that I had. But I also wanted to pop in and say I finished reading All in One, The Delicate Dream Making District last night by Mia Lee, translated by Sandy Jusung Lee. This was so cutie. I like the first one more, but this was really great continuation of it. It had the same feeling, same heartwarming, just light-hearted story, and it was so great. And then I read Sandy Jusung Lee's like afterword after this, and this is a duology. I had no idea. I thought this was a super long series. So I unknowingly finished my 10th series last night. So I hit my goal of reading 10 series this year, which is kind of crazy. So yay! This is not even the last one I intended on reading. I intended on reading Red Tempest Brother for the final one, but I did it with this. I didn't realize it was a duology, so love that. But yeah, this is very cozy. This is translated from Korean, I think. Oh, I'm not sure. Yes, Korean bestseller. It says literally on the cover. Korean bestseller. These two books, The Delicate Dream Department Store and The Delicate Dream Making District. It's really fun. I really like this world. It's kind of like a little weird. Like, I don't quite understand all of it or the world building or anything. Like, it's not very set in stone. It's not very well explained. It's just kind of there. And I like that aspect of it. It just adds a little level to the whimsy, I think. So this has like, the first book, it follows Penny, who is a brand new hire for the Delicate Dream Department Store. And she starts working as like the front desk lady, and like when she starts working there, she starts learning more about dreams and the other people in the store, and Delegate himself, the guy who runs the store, and the people who make the dreams. So there's like also Santa Claus, who's a figure in this world who like makes dreams for kids and like all this kind of stuff. So it's really fascinating. There's also dreams for pets. And I remember reading that one part in the first book about dreams for pets, and I stopped. Like, it was one of those things I was just like, I'm not emotionally prepared for this shit. Because it's also kind of like Before the Coffee Gets Cold, where you get snapshots of other people's lives knit in with the story. And here you get a lot of like the real world, like our world, snapshots of the dreamers, if you will, and then you have this dream world, which is where Penny lives. And in here, this is an expansion of that dream world where we get to see more of it, because Penny also gets to see more of the dream making district, because she gets more access to it, because she's now been at the Delicate Dream department store for a year. She gets a pass for the train, and like she can go around and she starts learning more about making dreams and all this kind of stuff. This honestly does not feel like a duology. Like, it feels like it should go on forever and ever and ever. So hopefully we do get more. I don't know if there's more published in Korean, but hopefully we get more eventually past this duology. But this was lovely. It was a lovely little cozy read. Exactly what I wanted from it. Couldn't have asked for more. This is done. This is gonna go back on the shelves. But yeah, it's just surprise. Accidentally did that. Hit my reading 10 series goal of the year, which is really funny. I didn't anticipate that with the Delegate little situation, but also these two books are just so cutie. They're like little mini hardcovers. I love them so much. Anyways, highly recommend those. They are one of the only books of that genre that's kind of worked for me. I didn't really love Before the Coffee Gets Cold, because you know what I think it is? And I think it's because it needs more fantasy for me to work, because like the regular everyday of it just doesn't do anything for me. So those are much more fantastical, whimsical, magical realism-y, and things like Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. That really worked for me. So those were some, but Before the Coffee Gets Cold was not really for me. And I've read also like the Kamigawa Food Detectives, and that one really didn't work for me either. Like, it was fine, it was cozy, it was cute, but it doesn't do anything for me, you know? Anyways, so I'm gonna continue cleaning my place, giving it a tidy, giving it a good vacuum, etc. And then I'm gonna do myself, and then we're gonna have my friends over later. But sounds like a plan, my friends. I also finished officially all the like knitting aspects of my dad's second pair of slippers last night. I was up till 4 a.m. It was a bad insomnia night, but I finished his pair of slippers. So after I'm done cleaning, after I'm done like showering and everything, I'm gonna try and start sewing them together or crocheting them together. I'm gonna try the crochet method, and then I'm gonna do the I-cords for them. So we're gonna try that, and then I hope tomorrow I can felt them. That's the goal. I want to be able to felt them tomorrow. So all 3 pairs. So fingers crossed I can get some work done today on them before my friends get here. But anyways, that is the update. It is time to clean. Sweet girl, you gonna come here? Oh, she rolls. And she says, Mom, I give none of this away for free. None of it. doing? we do the laundry? Yeah. Hi, baby. The felt's got a little bit everywhere. From one of them. I don't know which one. But it looked like it worked. They just need a little bit of a reshape and then a cut down. Oh my god. That's my mom's one. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like Google the measurement of a size 8 foot to see if this is correct. I could probably felt it down a little bit more, but here's mom's one. Here's one of mine. Oh my goodness gracious. They need a nice trim to clean them up. This one could probably felt more, which I don't necessarily know if I want to do, but hold on, let me see. I could felt that more because the stitches are very defined in this one. Let's see. It looks like the blue and the black were the shaggy ones. Yikes. Oh boy. Stuck my hand in there and I was like, ooh, it's all yarn. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to clean that, but let's see what this one is. Yeah, I might have to fill that one a little more. For me, maybe I'll just run them. Yeah, I'll have to check for mom's and dad's, I guess, because I don't have their size feet. So mom's got little feet. So I could probably go smaller with these, I feel, but who's to say? Now let's see these big mama jamas. Biggins. That's cool. It's like magic. This could probably be shrunk a little more. I'm gonna run it again and we're just gonna see. Maybe I should clean up some of this yarn, but almost. I am here. Oh my god. She just went upside down in her box. My baby. Oh my god. How does anyone get anything? Look at this. How am I supposed to get anything done with this cutie patootie? She says, no mom, don't perceive me. Anyways, hi, happy Monday. We did it, friends. We successfully felted and finished the fucking sailor slippers, y'all. Oh my god, I'm so happy with them. I wish that the stitch definition on my slipper and my mom's slipper weren't so still apparent, because I've seen some sailor slippers that completely have that like felted away, and I'm sure if I continued to felt it they would vanish, but also mine is exactly the size it needs to be, so I don't want to touch them anymore. I really hope that mom's and dad's work. They look like the right size, so we'll see. But if they are not the right size, it's an easy fix because we can just chuck it in the wash again and either felt it more to get it smaller or stretch it out once it's wet and hot again. Like, you just like soak it in hot water and like give it a little stretch. I can make it the right size. So I'm not too worried about that, but I'm very happy with how they turned out. Like, very, very happy. Not happy with the schmutz that was left in my washer afterwards. Nobody on the internet had prepared me for that. Like, the yarn, it looked like someone had shaved Cookie Monster in my washer. Like, there was just clumps of it. Awful. Like, no one had been saying that it like left anything over in the washer on any of the videos on TikTok. So I was a little concerned about that, but that's okay. Mine also took so much shorter amount of time than anyone on TikTok was saying, because a lot of people that I've been seeing do these sailor slippers have front load washers, like the new machines. And I guess those take like 3 or 4 or 5 different hour-long loads. And I was like, oh my God, I hope mine doesn't take that long. One, because I don't want to like run my washer until 1 a.m. because we have like a noise ordinance and we're supposed to stop making loud noises at 11 p.m. And I felt really bad running my washer one more time because I ended up doing a normal load and they were almost, I was just like, we're just gonna try a normal load on hot, which I never wash anything on hot. I always do cold water, but these need hot water to filtrate. So put it on hot, chucked it in there, normal load. They were almost right. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do a quick wash, which my machine has like multiple different like modes. We have like a rinse mode and then like a quick wash mode and then the normal mode. So then I like wrapped it around to like the longest, I think it was a 6-minute quick wash. I'm not sure what the 4 and the 6 mean. I assume it means minutes. Who knows? Did that. No, it's the perfect amount of time. Like it ran it through another hot water situation and rinse and like the agitation, which is what felts it. So I know the pattern itself says if you have a top load washer with an agitator at the bottom, it takes 15 minutes to felt these. And I don't know if I have an agitator. I don't actually know what an agitator looks like because I would have to go look it up. But my washer has like it has like little leggies sort of at the bottom. So I assume that helped. It wasn't quite 15 minutes, but it also wasn't an hour long. So we love that. And then they came out looking exceptionally hairy. And I couldn't wait until they were dry to give them a haircut. I wanted them to look good now. So I stuck my hand in there and they weren't like sopping wet. Like I've seen some people's sailor slippers come out of their wash like sopping wet. Mine are not. Like the tops almost feel dry because the spin cycle on my machine is so good, I guess. I don't know. Like it whips the water out of them. So I stuck my hand in there and they weren't too bad. I even put one on my foot to see and it's like the perfect size and I didn't get like a wet sock or anything. So who's to say? They just need to dry now before I wrap up mom and dad's for Christmas. I'm very happy with them. Anyways, my friends, I'm also currently testing a loaf of like a cinnamon raisin loaf currently for sourdough. I'm doing a sourdough loaf. It's currently cold proofing in my fridge and I will bake it tomorrow. But I am testing it because I want to see if it like does all the right things. And then I'm going to cut it open and I'm going to gift it to my boss because I know my boss, like if it actually works. Because I was telling my boss about, because she sees some of my TikToks and whatever. So she knows about the sourdough escapades and she asked me about them and a couple weeks ago when I was still trying to get this to work, I told her that I wanted to give my mom or make my mom a cinnamon raisin loaf because she's the only one in my family who likes cinnamon raisin. And I thought that would be nice for Christmas to have a cinnamon raisin loaf and whatever, all to herself. She would love that. And then my boss was like, oh my God, I love cinnamon raisin. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So I'm going to test this loaf on her. And if it works, because I am going to be seeing her on Wednesday anyway, my boss, Christmas Eve, because we are going for lunch, our offices or whatever, for a Christmas lunch. And then we're having an early day. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That is when I will deliver her a fresh loaf of cinnamon raisin bread, which is very exciting. Oh my God. Everything is done. All my gift knits are done. I can stop doing sailor slippers. Oh my God. My little knitting notebook, which is, I guess, over on my desk right now, is just full of so many random things. They're all out of order from when I was doing them too. There's just tally marks fucking everywhere, keeping track of rows and increases and purls and knits and oh my God. Like one of the things I'll say about the sailor slipper pattern is that it makes you so comfortable with purling and knitting like right away, because it is like knit stitch all the way through, but because you're not doing it in the round, you have to switch between doing a knit stitch and a purl stitch with every row. And I was not very comfortable with purling, but I got to a point with the sailor slippers that I was more comfortable purling with this yarn and the size of needle than I was with knitting, even though all of my purls are twisted. I do not know how to fix that. I don't really care to, because when I do regular stockinette in the round, my stitches are beautiful and not twisted. So I don't know what the fuck I was doing with my purls on these sailor slippers because they were all twisted. And I was like, that's fine. We're just going to leave it. It'll felt out. I don't need to see that. So, but yeah, so that's a great thing. And I think it's a good pattern also to learn how to increase, how to decrease, all this kind of stuff, because it's a very well written pattern. It is so in depth. So if you're a beginner knitter and like learning how to read patterns as well is something interesting, but this is a very like down to the nitty gritty pattern. And I've heard some like advanced knitters complain about that because they're like, we don't need that. And I'm like, yeah, well, obviously you don't. You're an advanced knitter. This is a beautifully written pattern for someone who doesn't know much about knitting and is learning new things with this pattern, right? So it was very well written. And I did swap out the sewing for a crochet tied together because I was not about to spend hours and hours and hours sewing. I got those crocheted together so fast. And then the I-cords were really interesting, but the description of the I-cord I think is the only thing in the pattern that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I had to read it multiple times and then I had to go look up a video on TikTok on how to do the I-cord. And there's only one video that I found that was even close to explaining what the I-cord was. And as soon as I saw what she was doing, I reread the little blurb of the pattern and I was like, oh, that's what it's saying. So it took me a second. I've never made an I-cord in my life, specifically as a separate thing. The only time I've ever done an I-cord is on the Sophie hood. And that's because the I-cord is built in on the way down on the sides in this pattern. I haven't touched this in like well over 2 weeks now and I miss it. Oh my god, my beautiful cobalt blue. Anyways, yeah, what a good weekend. Very cozy, just very lovely, rejuvenating. Tonight, I ended up, after work, going to Staples because I had to pick up a bunch of different things that I had printed. So I got a bunch of photos printed and I actually updated a couple frames on my wall. I updated that middle one of this trio to my friend and I at her wedding. I updated a group shot over there. I updated another one over on the end there. I've been updating little photos in my gallery wall with like fresh ones. And then I have this frame with one of my favorite photos from my friend's wedding, which is really hard to see. But it's my hands. Like it's my hands. Like I'm doing up her belt. I wasn't doing up her wedding dress. I was doing up the pearl belt that she added on. And I was tying it and the photographer got this gorgeous shot of my hands. I love this picture so much. And then I have a couple other photos that I've updated in different frames that I don't know where to, like I think 2 of them are from my bedroom and I have a stack of photos that I don't know what to do with now because I've got too many. I was too excited. I guess they'll just be for future frames. And then I got a whole whack ton of bullet journal stuff printed out because I haven't done any physical printing of any of my bullet journal stuff for my book journal or my regular bullet journal since the summer. So it's been like everything I have a Canva file that I use that I just put all my like little thumbnails of covers and everything in and I just stock them all in there. And then I eventually print it off, which I just did. So yay for that. Got those all printed and I'll probably spend tomorrow night going through that and cutting up things and adding them to places that I need to. You know the gist. But yeah, end of year. Things are wonderful. And I didn't end up reading a single page of A Feather So Black this weekend, even though I said earlier that I wanted that to be the focus of this weekend. Oops. But I did read the entirety of the Delicate Dream Making District, which was not huge. It's a very small little cozy book. But I also ended up finishing my 10th series of the year. So we love that. Casually hitting a goal without realizing it. Also had Christmas with my friends. I got sourdough bowls, which I used today when I was making the sourdough. And it's so nice having a glass bowl to bake in. Oh my god. And it's a Pyrex bowl. Oh, I'm so obsessed. And then I've used the medium bowl for like cold proofing instead of a Tupperware that I was using before. I've upgraded. I'm so happy. I've eaten a lot of chocolate. I've eaten a lot of sweets. Yeah, it's great. Saw my friends. It's Christmas. Christmas is in literally 2 days. So Merry Christmas. Happy holidays if you do not celebrate Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful time. For the rest of the month, you will see me again for my Bookish Wrapped. Oh my god, I gotta film that and edit that tomorrow because I'm not gonna have any time Wednesday or Thursday for that because it's Christmas, you know, I'm gonna be doing other things. So I gotta do that for Friday, get that up, and then I will have my Writing Wrapped up on the 31st, which I believe is a Wednesday. So not quite my usual day that I put things up, but that's okay. Writing Wrapped will be up. And we'll see what else I get up to. And everything else that I do get up to, you will see in January in my holiday hullabaloo vlog. I'm very excited about it because that is a annual thing now. I love the holiday hullabaloo. It's so fun. But yes, I love it. From me and this cutie patootie right here, happy holidays, my beautiful friends. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the new year in vlog form once again. Stay kind and keep on reading.